So we were all gripped with fear. Our families were panicking, everyone was panicking, the news was going off the hook. And so we started with a very extreme plan, and it was quite aggressive because I thought that's how we had to play this. And then all of a sudden I saw property transactions drop, which means mortgages drop, which means my income drop.
It's amazing what people can achieve when they've got no other choice, right?
Yeah, there's never waste a good crisis. It's not my phrase, I think Warren Buffett or someone smart said it right. Yeah, we're faced with 3 or 4 opportunities to grow the business, but like you, it's how do you allocate those resources? But yeah, we're faced with 3 or 4 opportunities to grow the business, but like you, it's how do you allocate those resources and not do one thing which is going to affect something else. So lending business is quite interesting to us, but we've also learned over the years, just to stick to our knitting, we're really good at big mortgages for international and complex and high value positions. And every time we do something next to that, this one suffers as a result, and that's the one that actually makes all the money.
In summary, really sort of more of the same of what you're good at, and then going into the next sort of 12 and 24 months, does the rebound continue at the pace that we're starting to see now?
What a question, huh? Who knows? In the financial crisis 07, property prices collapsed, and then it took, in prime central London, for example, what did it take, 3 or 4 years for it to recover? And then it collapsed again. In the kind of property boom before the financial crisis, that spiraled over, 4 or 5, 6 or 7 years? That was a prolonged thing. I think there's a momentum in the marketplace where people are making their life decisions, feeling confident about the government's response and, as a result, the economy. Maybe that kind of pent up reticence with the UK through Brexit, which has been delayed because of the pandemic, that starts coming through. And that would make you think property prices will continue. Lenders are lending unbelievably, in the return of 95% mortgages. There's more now today than there has been over the last, I don't know the stat, but 5 years, for example, which means the banks are confident in this, but the government is still very, very keen to use property as a way of raising taxes. So stamp duty on foreign national, CGT changes, still the inheritance tax thing is preventing investment into London, and that's usually the thing that drives it. So we think it's going to continue, but like everything, there's lots of things that could derail that quite quickly.
I mean, you mentioned the B word there. Excuse me, and we tried to avoid it, but Brexit, you know, that hasn't been because COVID has delayed it. Obviously, it's happened, and we're sort of moving into this period. But do you think that's going to have a long-term implication?
I don't know. What happened with Brexit? So during the referendum, the market slowed down considerably and investment into London stopped, or kind of, I don't know how you find it, but it wasn't, that was a real pullback on the market. Then we were expecting the absolute worst if it happened, or we were led to believe that might be a thing, but that didn't happen. But then nothing happened. This is just my limited view to it. Absolutely nothing happened. We were expecting, I don't know, you can probably tell me what you were expecting because you're closer to those type of markets, but then the pandemic came, so that Brexit bit has just been, the response to it has just been held here, hasn't it? We don't actually know what that is yet. What do you think? Is it?
Well, in terms of investment into the UK, it's one of those things, we still don't know what Brexit really means. I don't think we can fully understand where we're at.
You can't go fishing, right? Is
no.
that the thing?
Yeah, I mean, that's the point. So, you know, financial services, for example, has had a raw deal. But is that going to be forever? We just don't know. And I think it's sort of virgin territory.
Yeah.
But again, I think we sort of prepared for the worst. You know, we went and we set up an operation in Italy. So we're fully regulated in Europe, so to speak. But now there's talk that there will be a potential deal for financial services to passport their services into Europe. So who knows? Is the answer.
So we're doing the same thing. We do a lot in Europe, and we're actually able to do that through Jersey, but Jersey and Europe aren't really seeing eye to eye after Brexit. So we're thinking now, we actually are setting up a business in France, which I don't want to do. And I've never wanted a business in France. It's expensive and difficult, and Italy's as difficult, whatever. But we feel like we have to do that. So again, you just don't know. We don't know what it means.
Yeah.